It's the Thursday. It's Thursday, the 30th of April, 2020. And that can mean one thing, and one thing only. That it's time for today's The Quiz. With me, it's your host, Edward C. Lewis. Joined, as always, by the powerful, the strong, the wonderful, the perplexed today. WNL, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, as you say, a touch perplexed, but that's I'm sure with the wisdom of the chatters, they'll help me out a little bit here on this.
You've got to tell them exactly what you said to me, and I want it word for word what you said to me. Don't perform.
No. What I said to you was absolute truth, and you saw that it was truthful because 2 minutes later it happened.
It did, right? And look, you're getting ahead of yourself here. You've got to explain.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
It genuinely did happen.
I've been having difficulties, of course, with my internet, and basically I have a smart television and nothing else, so everything goes through the internet. Now it comes through a telephone line, and well, to cut a long story short, every time I have inclement weather, a horrible gale and rain, it affects it. It'll buffer for a while. It'll knock out for a couple of minutes. Sometimes 8 or 9 times during a storm, it will come back on, but then it goes. And it just seems that the weather is a factor in this. Is this a possibility?
Now, I think this is hilarious. I think this is hilarious because
it was pouring with rain out there now, and
I was like, no way this is true. Like, there's no way that could possibly be true. That sounds like a man in his 60s going, "It must be the weather that my internet goes down." And then, as we were talking,
sounds like water ingress.
I know
this is it. It's got to be water getting into some.
But it's just funny because it just, and then I was like, there's no way that's true. And then all of a sudden the internet went down and I couldn't speak to you anymore. And I was like, oh, unbelievable. And apparently, yeah, right. And see, you're getting advice here. And I knew you would, because guess what? Darren Signal, Alien, Paul BM, Jack Little, Commander Benkai, Ozric42, Kazalia, Silky Nerd, The Wintermute, Zookeeper's Girl, Ozric42, Jester D, all of the best ones are here, and Jester D says it's quite a common fault. Now I'm the idiot, it turns out. I just don't believe that rain affects the internet. It just doesn't sound, in my mind, the internet couldn't possibly be affected by rain. But I understand that it's wiring. It just doesn't link up in my head.
It's nothing to do with the internet itself. It's to do, as you say, with the wiring and the connection with the telephone line or whatever. Something somewhere is getting water ingress, I think. Yeah. As Wintermute says, my broadband is catching up to me with the arthritis. It's becoming arthritic.
Jack Little says, yes, it's how people think of the internet as this abstract concept, but not as much about the hardware on which it runs. So yeah, you almost went into zombie. Okay. Or grounding issues it could be, says Commander Benkai. So if we lose you today, it's because of the rain.
Yes, it's nothing to do, I'm not offended or anything like that. I'm not blocking you guys out.
No. It's the thing of, I just imagine it's that thing of like, when people say, oh, my knees are acting up, it must be the weather. There's going to be a storm today. Oh, and people say that sort of stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, that's the same bracket that I put it into almost, which is... It shouldn't be. But anyway, hello everybody. How is everybody doing?
The great thing is, Edward, you have my genes. Please give them back. No, you have my genes, and this will eventually catch up with you. I mean, there'll come a day where, just as I used to make fun of my mother and her arthritis, you'll get up and think, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Well, I already have a sore lower back. Do you have lower back problems?
Yeah. Mostly from, it was wrestling, intercollegiate high school wrestling.
My right knee hurts when I swim, and that's from skateboarding, from all the pressure of the popping ollies, which I was... And the problem, my least favourite thing about the knee injury, it's not an injury, but the knee problems that I have, is that I wasn't a very good skateboarder. So it was almost like a waste of an injury. At least you were good at wrestling, and you kind of achieved something through that. But there you go.
Survival. Yeah.
There you go. Is it a knee? Is it a knee? I rang the telco because my neighbour's wireless internet is running slow. Okay. All right, come on, Benkai. Okay. So, how is everyone? What's everyone been doing? Darren Siegel says 1-0 to the chatters already. No, I don't think that counts. Today, I just feel it in my bones is that I'm going to win today's quiz. Internet hamsters are getting tired because of the swimming in the rain. Exactly. What's everyone been doing? How was everybody's evenings? How was, other than the internet problems that you've got, how was your evening?
Pretty good. Yeah, as I say, I did a lot of gardening in the morning, so it was a sort of a relaxing afternoon. I've actually been poring over old editions and things like that of Star Wars, the original trilogy, and things like, because you know that Monday is May the 4th, and we're going to have a little bit of a Star Wars quiz. You said make it hard, so it's going to be difficult, I think.
That's good. That's what we want. We want a difficult Star Wars quiz, and we're very appreciative of that. Disney Plus Day, says Jack Little. That's nice. Sorry, excuse me. Just clearing the throat there. Give me 1 second, actually. I've got something I kind of want to share with people, but I haven't prepared it in advance. So I'm going to put my static on my screen just to go and get it. But continue talking and continue interacting with people. Ask WNL some questions in the chat. He's more than happy to answer them. I'll be back in 10 seconds, not even that. In fact, I'm still going to be here, just not on screen.
Just going to be here.
I need
just
to get
listening to us.
Yeah.
I like this. Yes, Millstone Barn. I'm going to report it and try to persuade them to get here for one thing, and and check out my connections and things like that. It's just consternating because a dinosaur like me, but I depend very much on the internet because it runs everything.
Mm-hmm. We all do. We all rely far too much on the internet, I believe. But
it's nice though. This time here in the last 5, 6, 7 weeks, I've been getting a lot of books read, and that's good too. I do think it's important to keep things mixed up, as it were, not to depend on any one thing, and create your life entirely around that. Osric42 saying he saw a goldfinch down in the grass.
That's nice.
Outside his window yesterday after the first of the rains. I've not had a goldfinch in a couple of days, but the gold crest has been here, and it can barely sort of hang on to the fat block without the wind blowing it off. It's quite good.
It still makes me laugh at the fat block. WNL's fatty block.
The fat block.
It's very good.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just see what happens here. I've sent myself an email, and these things. Here we go. I've got it. Right. So I'm going to share something on my screen in just a second, and I would really like for you to do a dramatic reading of it, if possible. Is that okay? I know that's putting you on the spot a little.
You want me to do a dramatic reading of something? Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to show it on the screen. Well, I'm going to show it on the screen right now, and you'll see it a few seconds later.
Will I have seen it before?
No.
No. Okay.
So.
Well, that's okay. An impromptu. We used to do this, in high school. We as a part of drama and things like this, and we would go around. Oh, here it's here now. So you want me to read it?
Yes, please. Oh.
To whoever it concerns, please can you not put your rubbish out on Thursday night, as the foxes spread it all along the street, and it ruins the environment for all of us. This is the 3rd week in a row. We thought you'd have cottoned on by now.
Cottoned on is a nice one, isn't it?
Cottoned on, yeah.
What do you think of that phrase?
The handwriting almost got me though.
Yes.
Yes.
I
thought it was rub pish.
Yes.
Put your rub pish out on Thursday night.
Okay.
As the foxes spread it around. Is this you? Are you feeding foxes?
Yeah. No. Is the yeah? I'm just like, yep, that's me. Yeah, I'm that guy. Now, the problem that I've got here is I can't really show the other one up on screen because I haven't edited out the fact that it's got my address written on it. So I can't really put that on. But my building management responded, right, with a formal letter. They took it down, they posted it in through the letterbox. And by the way, building management are the ones who put out the bins every week. On a Wednesday night, because they have to, because the bins come round, and then the foxes, they get it. It's like it's a problem that we've got, but it's no one individual's problem. So the building management, who actually organise all of the collection of the bins, it's nothing to do with any individuals who live here. They came back with, to the person who left the notice. I wish I could show it. Maybe I'll edit it for next time. For the person who left the notice regarding rubbish being put out on a Thursday evening, we apologise for any inconvenience caused, but this is beyond our control. If you'd like to discuss this matter further, please write to, and then it's my address. We would be grateful if you would not post anonymous notices. Thank you. And it was very passive-aggressive, to be fair. But this is a big note on my door now, printed out, like as in written up, printed, and sellotaped to my door with like in a, what do they call it, laminated as well. And so like everyone walking past my door, which is on a main street, will start seeing this. And I just wanted to say this because I thought it's probably the most sort of exciting thing to happen in my life recently. I want to get involved, and I want to write a message. And I was thinking we could use the chat and get the chat to suggest what we should reply with, because I ought to just be like, hey, just wanted to join in, and like draw a smiley face and just say, how you doing? Just literally wanted to join in, wondering how you are today, ? And I want to see what notes come back. So my question is, to the chat and to you, what do you think I should reply with? Because I will do this, and I will take a picture of it, and then show it up on the stream, maybe tomorrow or the next day. But and I'll keep you all up to date with the with Foxgate, you know? Silky Nerd, I'm a silly American brain, didn't realise that foxes were a pest over there. They're not a pest. They are and they aren't. I mean, I love them. I absolutely adore the foxes that you can find. But you can walk around in the street at night and you can spot multiple foxes, like just outside. I can just walk around on my road. I can look out my window at night and see foxes running past. And it's wild, literally. They're not a pest at all. Yeah, as Osric says, you know, I absolutely love them. Osric, you should use your food waste bin and stop putting it in black bags. Well, there you go. So Osric is actually taking this seriously, and I understand that there's something. I understand this to be taken seriously, but absolutely. What does the fox say? Says Paul Archer. Very good. So whoever wrote the previous note, do you realise how many trees died making your note? Like, I'm not trying to add to the passive aggressiveness. I kind of want to bring the level back down to a little bit more of a humorous exchange between nice people. So I'm just kind of trying to normalise things. But if anyone's got any nice suggestions, I'll let you know. Write that you're starting the Safe for the Foxes Society with Fox Buffet Thursday morning. So actually, it's very deliberate, and we're trying to save the wildlife of this planet. And hey, I'm with you. But anyway, maybe we won't get any serious suggestions, or maybe we'll get too many serious suggestions. And maybe this is a serious issue that I should be taking seriously during this time. But I'm just trying to reach out. So I think I'm just going to draw a smiley face and say, hey, just wanted to join in. Here's a smiley face.
It is the case that there are, well, far more wild animals on the streets, as it were, because of humans sort of, going inside and staying inside. There's been a lot more sort of freedom for nature to, sort of press out onto the streets and things. I almost killed a fox a couple of months ago by accident. Almost ran over it with my car at Manchester Airport. Because you don't expect, in all those busy, and just drop somebody off at a hotel right at Manchester Airport and go around the back, and it's just I was going to say a rabbit warren, but maybe a fox, whatever.
Foxhole, I believe.
Foxhole, yeah, of various different alleyways and things like this. But, very busy traffic, and right in the middle of the road, a fox, had to slam on the brakes.
Well, good for you. I mean, it's dangerous, that, of course, as well, because you could have caused a car accident. We wouldn't want that. As Osrix42 says, a sort of a closing note. It is a serious issue there, because obviously they pepper in the bags and that cause rats, and then there's a disease, and so yes, take. It's true. taking it very seriously, and we're trying to. Because I was thinking, this jokey way of doing it, and then I spoke to the sort of building manager, and they were like, "Yeah, well, it's a very serious issue." And I was like, "All right, ruining my fun of wanting to just make a silly interaction." But I might still do it anyway, but without trying to cause any offence to anyone at all, as is my want. I suppose that's why I bring it up with all you lot. Now, you know what else is a serious issue? The quiz. Let's do it.
The quiz. And today's quiz is, well, I said I was just going to ask a lot of widely ranging questions. So it's a bit of this and that, all over the show, potpourri, general knowledge, whatever you wish to call it, okay? Do call it something. Hopefully a win for either the chatters or yourself. Could be an honorable draw. It's all about everything.
All about everything.
All about everything. 10 questions, of course, obviously. If you've never been to the quiz before, then basically I will ask 10 questions. Edward will not be able to see your answers. He'll close down the chat stream. I will. I'll take your first 3 answers. If we have consensus, that's your answer. If we don't have consensus, it'll be the first one of the 3. And, well, once I have your answer, I'll ask Edward for his. We'll compare and, watch the scores multiply. By a factor of 1, probably. Yeah, okay?
We'll see. Okay, I've revised on everything, says Jack Little. All right, guys, good luck, and I will see you towards the end of the quiz. Also, this week, not by accident cheating. Goodbye. Good luck.
Not by accident.
Godspeed.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1 today. It's simply 50-50. It's a true or false question. I'll read out a statement. If you agree with it, then write down the entire word true. If you disagree, write down the entire word false. Here's your statement. Fitting a sat-nav to the wrong part of the windscreen is illegal. True or false? Fitting a sat-nav to the wrong part of the windscreen is illegal. True or false?
Are these questions just things that you find annoying? Is that what we're about to have a quiz on?
I have their answer.
Just a whole bunch of things that just WNL fans annoy. And by the way, today I've got a cloak. By the way, I forgot to tell everyone I've got a cloak today.
A cloak.
It's a bit cold. No,
invisibility cloak.
It's just a bit cold today, so
I can still see you. Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's my Game of Thrones cloak. It's to make me sound and look more like Jon Snow from the North, you know. Like, I wanted to make it look like I'm having a tricky time, struggling through the lockdown. This coronavirus is coming and we need to stop it now before it ruins the economy. What are we saying? What are we talking about?
You can cut that. You can turn that into a nifty little suit coat, and wear that tomorrow for formal Friday.
No, the answer is it's true. Probably you probably can't fit a thing to the middle of the windscreen. You can't put anything in to block your windscreen, right? Surely.
You're right. It is absolutely true. Correct. Yeah. It would be silly, as you say, to mess up your vision and cause multiple road accidents just because you like it center. So it has to be in sort of proper places off to the side and things like that, or you can get done.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, the chatter's got it as well. It's 1 point apiece.
Okay.
Question number 2. Okay. Essential equipment for an American parent with a new baby includes a pacifier. What do we call a pacifier here in England? Essential equipment for an American parent with a new baby includes a pacifier. What do we call a pacifier here in England? I have their answer.
We call it a dummy, don't we?
A dummy, yes. Okay. Absolutely correct. And the chatters, they were there as well. Yeah.
Go on.
A pacify the child,
Yeah.
but it's also a dummy teat, I suppose. So, yeah, either way, you're keeping that kid quiet.
So,
okay.
How many, can you tell me, here's a quick question for you. How many of the chatters made a joke about me being a dummy or them being dummies?
Nobody so far, but...
It's very polite.
Give them some rope, yes.
Well, I ain't no dummy because I got that one right.
Silky Nerd says, "Dummy, I'm learning so much about England."
It's a stupid... Well, I wonder where that comes from, a dummy.
Well, as I say, it's a dummy teat, a pretend,
Oh,
Yeah.
I never made that connection.
Yeah.
I always just thought it was a stupid word, dummy. Pacifier
Yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of pacifier's a little too medical, you know.
And I think dummy came probably originally from dumby, someone who was unable to speak.
Well, it's so the dummy, the mannequin, right? So it's a mannequin dummy kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
yeah.
It doesn't speak. Yeah. But
Yeah, because of course
you look
dumb
at the
means can't speak, not stupid. Yes, absolutely right.
originally.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. Well, I
Okay.
learned so much.
Hey, it's two apiece. It's question number 3. Number 3, nice and simple. Well, yeah, I'm rather simple-minded. If paper wraps rocks, what do rocks do? If paper wraps rocks, what do rocks do?
I like this. It's a fun little sort of. It's not a riddle, but it's talking sort of play on words.
I have their answer. Yeah,
Rock beats scissors.
that's right. They break scissors.
Break scissors.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, scissors cut paper, paper wraps rocks. Yeah, yeah. Fun little game. You can even play it with yourself if you want to, but usually you know the outcome beforehand. Okay, hey, chat stream got it right. You got it right. It is 3 points apiece.
Feels good today. You've been sympathetic today. Is this after our post-stream meeting we had yesterday, where I was like, "You're making me look stupid, WNL."
No, like I say,
I'm joking.
I've got
That didn't happen, by the way.
7 more questions here. There's time to stumble, fall, whatever.
I'm sure.
Okay, question number 4. Number 4. In an American university, here we go, Silky Nerd. In an American university, undergraduate students go for 4 years. What year student would be called a sophomore?
Oh no.
SOPHOMORE.
Oh no.
Graduate students go for 4 years. What year student would be called a sophomore? I'm waiting. Okay, I have their answer.
So we have. My gut is telling me.
You're trying to come up with 3 other terms.
Yeah, no, I think I
put them in the right order.
Yeah, I think I can. I think I'm trying. Senior is one of them. I'm pretty sure. Which I imagine will be the 4th year. Sophomore isn't it's not the first one, because I know that's got a different. I think it's year 2.
Year 2 is absolutely correct. Yes, you have a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, and a senior.
Yeah.
When I came over here originally, I came over on the junior year abroad program from Case Western Reserve University, and spent my 3rd year over here. Yeah. So yeah, sophomore. All going back, of course, to wonderful ancient civilizations that had good names for things.
Yeah, I do like those names. And then they did it. I quite appreciate those names rather than 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year in the UK. It's a bit more drama to it, and I like a bit of drama.
There is, and someday I'll give you my thesis on the changeover in high schools from, using years and using appellations like, the changeover to 4th, 5th year, Cut a long story short, year 6 and the use of adjectives. I'll print this off for you. I'll not go into it here, but it used to consternate me when they sort of usurped systems and changed them all around the way they put nomenclature on things. Minor little thing.
Yeah, it sounds like it, but also it is still interesting. I'm interested to. I don't really.
At some point, I'll bore you with
people are starting to see what my childhood was like. So you go.
You had 5 years, but then you were year in 5, and it was all to do with a changeover, and they never appropriated the adjectives. Here we go. Question number 5. Number 5. Halfway.
The best self-policing I've ever seen. Just like, no, I realize I need to move on right now, and I'm going to do it. All right, go on.
I'm going to do it. Yeah. And here we go. 5. Which of the following is larger in area than the British Isles? Is it Norway, Austria, or Bill Gates' house in California?
Oh, please be Bill Gates' house in California. Say that again.
Which of the following is larger in area than the British Isles? Is it Norway, Austria, or Bill Gates' house in California?
Norway's.
Jack Little saying house or grounds?
I really hope it's his. Yeah, do you mean house or grounds? That's a good question. If you mean his house, it's no way that's as big as the British Isles. There's no way. There's no way.
I haven't got their complete answer yet, Edward, so hang on a sec.
If it's his, I'm desperate for it to be his house. I'm pretty sure Norway is smaller. I'm viewing the map of the Nordics now, and I know I've been there. And I'm sorry, Barrett, if you're watching this, and Hannah and all those people who watch it in post. I apologise for not.
Okay, I have their answer.
Austria.
You're going for Austria. The chat stream went for Austria as well. 2 Austrias and then 2 Norways. And to be honest, we're talking about the entirety of the British Isles, which includes, of course, Ireland. Anyway, it is Norway. Norway.
No.
So a chink in both your armors.
Yeah, well, I know Barrett's busy at work. She would have been like, no, it's Norway. Well, she probably wouldn't have been saying that, to be honest. Who knows the size of the British
I do wish, though, it had been, Bill Gates' house in California. That would have been a far better answer.
Oh, so good. It's a great one. The truth is, of course, that the British Isles are the most important part of the world, and it is the largest country in the world, right? No, sorry, sorry, not the British Isles. England. England is the right?
Every Mercator projection should have Britain right in the middle, yes.
I completely agree. No, not Britain. England. I'm sorry, I'm joking. I'm getting political and I don't mean to, sorry. You can clearly see that I'm being sarcastic. Let's carry on.
Sarcastic. Okay, no, we won't go into sarcasm either.
No, it's not good, is it? Sarcasm's not good. Let's be nice and, what's the word? Genuine.
Question number 6. Number 6. I'd like to know which country is a car from, or its owner, if its international vehicle registration letter is H. Which country is a car from, or its owner, if its international vehicle registration letter is H? I have their answer.
I'm going to go for the obvious one. Is it because again, I don't because Holland would be Netherlands, so it's not Holland because it's a region of the Netherlands technically. I'm going to keep with the H's though, and I'm going to say Hungary.
You're hungry. Don't worry, it'll be over soon and you can have some lunch. Yes, it is Hungary.
Yes.
So, yes. Sometimes the straightforward ones are sometimes the most tricky. Yeah.
Did they get it?
They got it. It's 5 points apiece.
This is good. This is good.
Question number 7. I
thought we'd lost you there for a second.
It hasn't. It's not that you lost me. I've lost one of my questions, but that's okay. I'm good at making things up in my head.
That's something that you have genetically passed down to me too. We're very good at filling time. So and also thank you for stopping me earlier when you'd noticed that we needed to move on, and so you did that for me too. So thank you, appreciate that very much.
Question number 8. Back to true or false. Okay, so I'll read you out a statement. If you agree with it, the entire word true. Disagree with it, the entire word false.
Word false. Now, if we don't see T-shirts with the entire word true on them, and on the front and on the back, the entire word false, I'll be very disappointed.
Here we go. Here's your statement. In 1968, Graham Hill was the first ever driver to wear a seatbelt in a Grand Prix race. True or false? In 1968, Graham Hill was the first ever driver to wear a seatbelt in a Grand Prix race. True or false?
What year? What year again?
1968.
1968. Okay.
I have their answer.
The entire word true.
The entire word true. You in the chat stream have one singular mind, and they're both incorrect. It's false. It was a year earlier, 1967, and it was Jackie Stewart.
Such a
we're still sticking with a British driver, and about that era. But it was Jackie Stewart was the first ever seatbelt wearer.
How long had they gone on before that? Before they thought, you know what, we should probably start wearing seatbelts while we're going hundreds of miles per hour.
A confined space, though, with roll bars and things like that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Getting out was more difficult than, you certainly wouldn't be thrown from the wreckage.
It is the first thing that I would want. I'd be like, guys, I've noticed something. This like really expensive machine that you're getting me to drive that's going to go ridiculously fast and I will die if it crashes. Just wondering if I could I've just noticed there's no seatbelt locking me in place. I can sort of, just like, you just want me to sort of just bounce around in here? Is that what you would like me to do? I would be straight on that.
Commander Benkai has given me an inadvertent compliment. He says he follows Formula One, and that's a nasty question that not even Sky would do. Thank you. That's made my day. Okay, on to question number, I have it down as question number 9. It's now becoming question number 8. Number 8, in 10-pin bowling, how many pins are there in the back row? You're looking down at the pins. Okay, 10-pin bowling, so obviously there are 10 pins. How many are in the back row? Think about it, and we'll find out.
I am. I don't have a piece of paper to sketch it, unfortunately.
I have their answer.
Yeah, okay, all right. There's 10 pins total, right?
10 pins in total. It's 10-pin bowling. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I have their answer. And there is some disagreement.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard thing in the brain to do this, but is it 5? It's 5, 3, 2, 1, surely. Yeah, so there's 5. Is there 5 rows? Did you say, or 4? Go, give me the question.
I want to know how many pins are there in the back row.
Right.
In 10-pin bowling.
And that's all you said. You didn't give any extra details.
No.
There's more than 4 in that back row. 5.
You're going to go with 5. Well, you're in good company. Several of the chatters also said 5, but the answer is only 4.
Is it really?
You got 1 in the front, 2, 3, and then 4. Yeah, 10 pins in total. It
feels unusual.
If you hit in the pocket, either Brooklyn side or get a good hit in the pocket, and you get a mix of the pins, and the 4 go down. Obviously, of course, if you hit the head pin straight on, sometimes you end up with a 7-10 split.
You used to be very good at it, didn't you? I don't think you've done it for quite a while, but you used to be quite good at bowling.
Our team, we came second in the state of Ohio when I was a kid, yeah.
But you had the glove and the personalized ball and everything, and it's very American of you.
Don Carter gyro balanced fingertip bowling ball. Yeah. No, I did a lot of bowling when I was a kid. There was a bowling alley only about a block from my house. So it was one of those things that I did.
I'd love to see a TV series of you in the 50s as a kid. That'd be so great. Just like just very sort of slice of life stuff, just no real drama, just happen. Just what someone's life is like in the 50s as a kid in America, Different time. All right, next question, please. Sorry.
Next
question. Also, did they get it right? They probably did, right?
They got it correct. So overall, yes. After the disparate answers, they collectively got it correct. It's now 6 points to 5 for the chatters. Yeah, as Mike Moran is pointing out, the Wonder Years have already been made.
Is that right? I should probably watch that then. Yeah, I've never seen it. Is it good?
And there were a lot. It was very, and the Goldbergs is quite interesting too.
I just want to see some high quality production values. like HBO style production values of just like a 45-minute thing. I'm not talking a studio comedy or anything like that. I'm just talking. Almost like a Ray Bradbury style book turned into a film. That's what I'd want. A Ray Bradbury book in a film. Do they exist? Fahrenheit 451, I think that exists. But
Fahrenheit 451,
that's not what I mean. That's
the Illustrated Man collections of some of the short stories.
Anyway, we're just we're navel gazing again, Lewis. Let's move on.
We are. Question number 9. Number 9, listen very carefully. According to a recent survey, 78% of those surveyed admitted that they had broken this law. Okay? Was it beeping your horn while stationary, swearing or aggressive behavior, or using a phone to pay at a drive-thru? According to a recent survey, 78% of those surveyed admitted that they had broken this law. Was it beeping your horn while stationary, swearing or aggressive behavior, or using a phone to pay at a drive-thru?
It's illegal to use a phone to pay at a drive-thru? Well, that's part of the question.
My question has been stated.
Okay.
I have their answer.
I think all three, surely, or at least all three are going to be close. Beeping the horn when stationary, you're allowed to do that. That's not illegal. If you're trying to warn somebody that's coming at you, you're allowed to beep your horn when stationary. It's not illegal to do so. It's illegal to misuse the horn unnecessarily, generally, even if you're moving or not. So I'm not going to go for that one. Swearing or aggressive behavior also, I don't think that's technically a law. So let's go for payphone at the drive-thru.
Phone to pay at a drive-thru. This is the one that you questioned in the very first instance, but you're absolutely correct. It is that. So few people realize that it is actually illegal to do that. You're not supposed to.
I don't know what that means.
Using a phone to pay at a drive-thru? Have you never been to a drive-thru where you just held your phone up and paid by that?
I haven't been to a drive-thru since we can pay through using our phones, so I didn't realize this was even a thing.
This is it. You're a central Londoner.
I'm a central Londoner, but also I don't really go to those sorts of places. Like, I know that sounds like I'm being all like, I'm not. Like, good for you, but I just don't do it.
All three are actually illegal.
Are they?
Yes, and frowned upon. Yes, as you say, in circumstances, they'll probably let you off if you're warning someone not to hit you and they're coming directly at you.
I would hope so.
But in general, all three, you're not supposed to be beeping your horn while stationary.
If I'm stationary and there's a car coming at me, or even if there's people attacking me, I'm going to beep that horn and say, "Everyone, look at this situation." And I'm sure a lawyer would help me out in court on that one.
Pay your lawyer, please do.
Better call Saul. I'll find somebody who's good.
They have to draw lines somewhere, and all three are not really allowed. But using the the phone to pay at a drive-thru is the one that 78% of people said, "Hey, I had no idea, and I've done it."
Did they get it right? Did the chat get it right?
No. So you actually gained a point there. It's back to being 6 points apiece.
And are we on the last question?
We're on the last question.
Oh.
The last question is a very simple question. It harks back to, we had a quiz 5 or 6 quizzes ago on the human body. And, your heart, something that's, not located all the way over there, but right about there.
Yes.
I would like to know, simple, back to numbers again. Forget about 10-pin bowling now. But I'd like to know, how many chambers are there in the heart? How many chambers in the heart? I have their answer.
It's 2 or 3, but I think it's 3. Oh no! Oh, it could be 4. Split into that quarters. I can't think back to that sort of that biology in school, and I'm struggling with it because I've never. I mean, I know, inside baseball here, but I know you've had heart things, but I've never had the concern to look in. That sounds very heartless. Oh, hey.
Heartless.
Yeah.
Heartless. I've seen the inner workings of mine. Atrial fibrillation, and they went in there and they showed me and watching things pump around and all that.
3.
Well, it's in between 2 and 4, and it was actually 4. You have 2 atria. The atrium, one here and one here, and then 2 ventricles as well.
Yeah. Okay. Of course. I'm annoyed at myself because most of what we are as humans is pretty symmetrical. So, yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Nature does symmetry well, and
unfortunately, Edward, for you that means that the scores are a touch asymmetrical. You've lost 7 points to 6.
Very good.
So close, so
Very
close.
Good. All right, well done, everybody. Well done. You're all wonderful.
Yeah, chatters.
Alien saying some stuff there, but be careful. Yeah, sending 3 vibes at me. Heartbroken Fred would get it. Heartbroken. Hey, Red Bunchkin Gaming, how are you doing? And thank you, the Honey Thief. Hello. Remember that, again, if anyone's watching this, like, none of the subscription stuff that comes through is going to go into our pockets. We're going to give that to COVID relief as soon as we possibly can. But I don't think I get enough. And I'm not asking for call-outs. Please, this is in no way a thing where we want people to subscribe. It's very generous of you, but we're not like, hey, press the subscribe button, make sure you follow us. Like, it's not what we're here for. So thank you very much for being as generous as you are. But please, if you are considering it, look for a COVID relief place and put it into that, because that's not... I'm investigating how to turn it off without losing the ability to do it forever, but genuinely thank you for that. I just... It's not the prime purpose of being here. But yeah, well done. It was a heartfelt win from Mace DK. Commander Benko says, phew, that was a close one. Yeah, great. And thank you so much all for being here. You're all wonderful, as always. Thank you. Yeah, I need something to spend my over 10k channel points on. That's a good point as well, Osric. That's a good point. So, thank you, WNL. It was a great quiz. Should we do another one tomorrow?
I think we should. And of course, we have to get ready for Monday and bone up on all the difficult questions about Star Wars.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be
a low scorer. Well, if no one's cheating, it'll be a low scoring affair.
Yeah, redeeming ice cream maybe. Good point. Yeah, it's Formal Friday, of course, so we're going to be wearing Formal Friday. Now, I want to show off Mike Moran, who wasn't here yesterday. Mike J. Moran, he wasn't here yesterday, so I'm going to show that we did indeed use his great ending screen, as you can see here. We used it yesterday. Thank you very much for sending this, Mike. I wonder what your inspiration was for this one. Put it in the chat, let me know. Yes, thank you all for coming. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. You're all absolutely wonderful. Have a lovely day. And I don't know, my terrible Photoshop. Mike J. Moran is a very talented person. He puts down to anything. He's very good at it. This is genuinely genuinely how I feel about Mike. And he did that in 30 seconds on his phone, I'm pretty sure. So it's good fun. Ed being sanctioned off by the Rozzers. Yeah, Ed looks like Hyde the Pain Harold. I don't know who that is. See you all tomorrow though, same time. Thanks again, WNL. See you in a bit. We'll go to the ending soon screen. Remember, if you have an ending screen, send it to me, whether that's in the messages on here or whether that's on Twitter, wherever you want to find me. Yeah, see you very shortly. We're going to default back, I think, to Jack Little's wonderful animated ending screen. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye.